عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Welcome to Al-Huda Islamic Center. I'm your host Ustada Lubaba. As you know that in the previous lesson
We discussed about tanween.
now the topic of today's lesson is joining the letters and making them as a word. Previously you discussed about the shape of the letters, the movements of the letters and pronunciation of the movements. If you have went through them properly, then now you are ready to go to the lesson of joining the letters and making them as the words. First of all, before going towards this lesson, you have to go through one of the important rule of tajweed. When you will understand this rule, then it will be easy for you to join the letters and read them with proper pronunciation. You have went through the topic of tanween, and we discussed in the topic of tanween that in tanween a single noon sakina is hidden. So looking at that rule, you will go through the rule of izhar.
Now what is rule of izhar?
The rule of izhar is that if the tanween letter has any of 6 throttle letters after it, then you have to read it clearly. For example, you know the word you can see over there. Now in this one you can see here it is tanween. Now after tanween you can see the letter is from throttle letters. As you know that there are 6 throttle letters: Ain, Ghain, Ha, Kha, Hamza, Ha. So these are the 6 throttle letters. So as this one is one of the throttle letters, so that's why you have to read it clearly as
Dharratin khayran.
You have to keep this rule in your mind and you have to join the letters together and make them as the word. I will give you the example of first of the word, then we will go through the page of the Qaida. You can see in this one the first letter is alif, and then you can see the second one it's ba, third one it's dal. You have to join them all together and read them with the movement and proper pronunciation. Hamza fatha a, ba fatha ba, dal to fatha dan. How you will pronounce it all together? Abadan, abadan. Just like this you have to go through all of the words of the Qaida. You have to say them one by one after me.
First of all, you have to look at this one, first one after me. In this one you can see the first one. The first letter is Hamza with the movement Fatha on the top. So you have to say one by one after me. Hamza Fatha A, Ba Fatha Ba, Aba, Dal Alif to Fatha Dan, Abadan, Abadan. Now look at the second one. In this one you can see the first letter is alif, then ha, and then dal. We have discussed earlier the half shape of the letters and also the movement of the letters. Keeping in mind that all things, you can read this one as Hamza Fatha A, Ha Fatha Ha, Dal to the Madun, Ahadun, Ahadun. Now in this one you can see all the tanween letters. On tanween, the color of tanween is orange. So you have to keep this sign in your mind that whenever this will come, then you have to read it with taking the sound in your nose. We'll discuss all the tajweed rules of related to this later inshallah. But for now, as a quick reminder and as a sign, you have to keep this thing in your mind. Now look at the next one. The first one is alif, then kha, half shape of kha, and then dal joined together. You have to read them as Hamza Fatha A, Kha Fatha Kha, Akha, Dal Fatha Dha, Akhadha, Akhadha. Now look at the next one. In this one you can see all the 3 letters, they are written separately, they're not joined. So that's why this one is quite a bit more easy. So you have to read it as Hamza Fatha A, Dal kasra the. Adhi. Noon fatha na. Adina. Adina. Good. Now look at the next one. This one you can see the first one is alif, then meme, half shape of meme as discussed earlier, and then ra. So you have to read it as hamza fatha a, meme fatha ma, ama, ra fatha ra, amara, amara. So that was a practice of the first line. Just like this, you have to read all of these lines one by one. You have to do the practice. But we will discuss for more practice. We'll discuss few of the more words that I think so you need a bit practice with them. So it will be easy for you then. Look at this one. You can see the rule of this one is very important rule, and it will come wherever in Quran. Then you have to keep this in mind. You have to remember this one, that this specifically this word ana, this word you are not gonna read alif after it. You have to read just hamza and noon. You're not going to stretch it. You have to ignore this alif. Normally when the alif comes after fatha, then you have to stretch it for 3 counts, but not for this word. Only for this word you have to keep this thing in mind, that you have to read it without stretching. So it will become hamza fatha a, noon fatha na, ana, ana. It means that you are not going to stretch it. You have to keep this thing in your mind properly. Now we'll discuss few of more words in between randomly, just for the practice, and then you have to do practice by yourself also. Look at this one. You can see the first one is a ra, then the half shape of qaf, then ba, and then the round ta. All of these letters you have discussed earlier in their half shape, so it's easy for you now. So now you're going to read it as ra fatha ra, qaf fatha qa. Now you read 2 letters, join them together with sounds ra qa. And look at the next one. It's a half shape of ba. Now join this with the previous 2, ba fatha ba. Now the pronunciation of 3 letters will become together raqaba, raqaba. Now look at the last one. It's a round ta with the 2 movements below it, 2 kasras. So ta, 2 kasratin. Again taking the sound in your nose, a bit nasal sound due to the color I told you. Ta, 2 kasratin, tin, raqabatin, raqabatin. Okay, now look at this one over there. You can see the first letter is qa, then waw is joined with it, then ya. But in this one you have to keep this thing in mind that you're not going to read ya, because you can see the movement waw has 2 fathas, so ya doesn't have any movement. So you're going to read only the movements, the sounds of ta and waw. So you're going to read it as qa dhammatu, waw 2 fatha 1, by taking the sound in your nose as usual. One, one. Now I have shared the next page so that we can do the practice of bit more words. Just few more words for the practice. Look at this one. You can see in this one the first letter is qaf, then ra, and then you can see the next one. You discussed this rule earlier in the lesson, that whenever hamza comes on waw or ya, then you're not going to read ya, you're going to read hamza. So in this one also you will not take the sound of ya, but you will take the sound of hamza and then you will read it. So you have to repeat after me as first one qaf dhamma qu, second one ra, ra kasra ri, third one you will read hamza, hamza fatha a. So now you have to read it all together. Uri'a, uri'a. That was how you're going to read that one. Now look at the next one. We are going to do practice of this one. In this one you can see there are just 3 single letters as discussed earlier. First one is waw, second one is seen, and third one is qaf. You'll read them one by one. Waw fatha wa, seen fatha sa. You read two. Now pronounce two. Wasa. Then read last one. Qaf fatha qa. And join the sound of last one with the previous two one. It will become wasaqa. Wasaqa. Let us read just one more. This one, last one, as discussed earlier with one, if you remember the example. In this one also, you're not gonna read ya. You're gonna read only ha and dal. Ya doesn't take any movement here. So you're gonna read it like hadamahu. Then read dal with the two fathas. Dal two fatha, then hudan. Hudan. That's how you are going to read it. So we have completed the topic of joining the letters and making the words. Hope so you have covered it properly. This topic, it carries so much importance because it will lead you towards making of sentence. If you have went through this topic properly, then it will be easy for you to go towards conversion of words to ayahs and then read it. Now inshallah, I will get back to you with another topic, with another lesson. Till that, you have to do practice as much as you can, because as you know, practice makes men perfect. Going to meet you again in the next lesson. Take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum. Allah Hafiz.